Hey guys, I'm Josh Brown.
And I'm Jordan Stevens.
And you're watching the Cars and Health Bars podcast. Let's get right into the episode. Hey guys, I just want to jump on here all solo style before we get started into the episode. I want to say big shout out to Soki Speed Performance. I can't thank Jack enough. Jack, the owner of Soki Speed Performance. So what had happened was we had went over there to deliver the new Cars and Health Bars podcast shirts. If you would like yours, definitely hit me up. But so we were hanging out with Jack. You know, he's got this new shop. And Jack goes, "Hey, man, why don't you do something stupid?" As I'm pulling out. And I'm like, man, I've been babying this thing since I got the blower put on. That's all I've done is just baby this car. I'm going to do a little rolling burnout action. So I'm going to preface this with something that I thought about afterwards. I've been used to my Buick Regal, where all you got to do to have a party is just mat it to the floor and it will slowly do a killer rolling burnout. I haven't drove my car in over a month, so in the heat of the moment, I've got the Regal settings locked in. I'm like, all right, I at least put it in paddle shift mode, locked it in first gear. I'm like, all right, we're gonna do a good rolling burnout here. Well, what I wasn't expecting to happen was for my car to dead hook. I mean, it grabs that pavement like it owes it money. And it makes it through first, fine, shifts to second, and I just hear the god awful sound. And I'm rolling down the hill. I slap it in neutral. I'm thinking something's broke. Axle's broke. I didn't think the drive shaft was broke because I've got a loop, and I figured it would be ringing like a dinner bell if it broke loose. But I'm thinking, all right, axles are toast, at least one of them. So I'm calling Jordan. I'm like, hey, man, something's broke. I'm backing back up the hill. So we back it in there, and they're like, oh, my God, you just shot a massive fireball. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. But my car's messed up. Jack's like, all right, man, no. We're fixing this right now. Drive it into the bay. It's late at night. Jack even was like, hey, man, I can't wait to go home. And I'm just like, he said this before I blew that up. So get it into the bay, jack it up, lift it up, and the exhaust from the header back had blown off. Both sides blown completely off, and blown off the hanger on the tailpipe side on the passenger side. So my car literally fireballed the exhaust off of my car. Like crazy. My car was open header for like a minute. That makes sense why it was so noisy. And it just was a loud boom. Like it literally shot a cannonball out of my exhaust. So we get it up in the air. You know, Jack gets me squared away in no time. I mean, like even tack welds it for me so it won't happen again. Fingers crossed. So, man, shout out to Jack. Soki Speed Performance, Park City. If you need anything done, Jack is the man. I mean, this speed shop, he's young, he's up and coming. Hopefully going to have him on for an interview soon. But big shout out. Whenever I say this episode was possible due to Soki Speed Performance, I'm not joking. This episode was like, and if it wasn't for Isaac, shout out to him too. If it wasn't for him being so understanding, because I'm not gonna lie, I timed it to where like I was gonna be getting home at like showtime. But, you know, I always have so much fun talking to Jack up there, and time just flies by. But I did have it scheduled to where, all right, I'm leaving at 8 o'clock. And, yeah, that happened. So, an hour later, I got back home and was ready to record. So, man, yeah, Jack hooked it up for real. So, hit him up for any of your LS needs. I'm a broken record here. I'm still shook up from it, to be honest. But with that being said, guys, let's get into this interview. Hey guys, welcome to Cars and Health Bars. As you heard in the intro, we are joined by Isaac. Isaac, how are you doing today, buddy?
I'm doing good.
So Isaac is a local tuner to Kentucky, Central Kentucky, and I kind of wanted to talk to him today and see kind of what specialties you have, what you specialize in, and what people can bring to you, how busy you stay, all that good stuff. So I guess if you want to start out, just kind of introduce yourself to our audience, you know, tell us about what you do. Yeah. What wiring are you enjoying doing the most? Like, do you like seeing the stock ECU stuff, the Holly stuff, the ECU master stuff?
I have to say, I'm not a big fan of the Holly stuff. Uh,
Really? I've been
I've
hearing that
heard,
more and more
yeah,
lately.
I've heard that opinion before.
the last one I worked on, there was the S10. It's on my Facebook. We have had a horrible time with that truck, just with little issues. But last time it was
Mm.
here, we didn't have. I mean, I think my laptop crashed once, and we might have had some other little bug with the data logging or something. But for the most part, it. Uh, there's a lot of bugs and things involved with the Holly setup.
I like that though. I feel like a lot of people get buried up, especially like these tuning shops, and they end up becoming build shops, and that just bottlenecks the whole process because you can't get around to tuning if you're too busy doing jobs all the time. So I like that you're streamlined, just mainly tuning, mainly wiring. You're putting your time where you can invest it the best.
Yeah, the dynos definitely got busier, and it seems like this year especially, my slow couple months this year was like my busy months last year. So I,
Well, that's pretty good then. That's a good pace.
I'm kind of running out of time to do these repairs and tracing wires and uh, electrical issues, and I've actually got to the point where, as far as like repairs go, if you've brought stuff before and I've worked with you or I've worked on your car, I'll probably take it in and work on it. But if somebody new calls, I'm probably not going to take a new customer on a repair job.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's a lot of headache. That's for sure.
If you don't know someone, I've ran into, you do some work for them and maybe they get a little in a bit of a hurry on you or something, if you don't know them real well. And it can definitely be frustrating.
Yeah, and then there's always that guy that's going to do it cheaper.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. You got to watch out for that guy. So, do you mess with very much of the LS stuff? I know I've been seeing a Camaro on your Snapchat story from time to time.
Yeah, that Camaro, uh, I have been tuning that thing for over 3 years now. I guess he's had the car for probably close to 4 years, if I had to guess. But that thing has lived here more than it's been at home.
Well,
So, well, if you had to say like a featured build that you've done, what would that be?
Um, could you be a little more specific on that?
Like whenever you're telling people, hey, this is I've done this C10, it made so much horsepower, and I redid this, like the wiring on it, like you just felt like it was like a really notable build that you did, or a job.
Um,
like one to represent you, I guess you could say. That's
Yeah.
what I think he's trying to
that would
say.
have to be that Camaro you was just talking about. That's been the
Okay.
uh, basically the whole image of this shop since I've opened. So,
How long have you been going for?
uh, I've been open with the dyno for a little over 2 years. I've been doing this for over 4 years, so been around a little while.
For sure, four
Yeah.
years is you're out there and you're keeping it up. So I mean you're moving up, right? You got the dyno and now you're saying you got so much work. I mean that's awesome, man. I'm glad to hear that for you. It sounds like you're in a good spot.
Yeah, it definitely grows every day. It, it don't seem like it's slowing down at all, or don't seem like it's going to anytime soon. So
Is there any events that like you see an influx of customers from, whether that be like Ford Fest, LS Fest, Nostalgia Nationals?
Um, I don't necessarily get a lot of that. Um, Usually, if I get say like a build that's going to be at LS Fest, it's a good chance it's going to be in the car show, and they're just wanting to park their car there. They don't care about the car show. They just want the good parking spot.
Yeah,
Yeah,
hey, no hate on that. Done that
I
plenty
think
of
I've been
years.
there.
Yeah. Do you ever set up any booths anywhere at any events or like cars and coffee or car shows or anything to promote your tuning?
No, that's probably something I should be getting into, or at least I should probably be more involved in some of the local events. But it's just hard to find the time. I've got my own projects here on the weekends. I'm working on whatever I've got going on, and uh, I don't really
Yeah,
get
that's definitely understandable.
I don't get to make it to
Yeah,
many events.
that was something else I was going to ask about. All these, most all tuners, or we at least have that mindset that tuners have like a tuner car. They're what they drive that they've worked on a whole bunch. What would you say your car is? Your baby.
I've not had it for very long, but I have bought a '74 Grand Prix. I'm messing
All
with
right.
Nice.
all this. I do all this EFI stuff all the time, and I was like, I've
Hmm.
got to have something different. I want a carburetor, and I don't
Yeah,
want to do like a small block or your common 302 Ford. So I got
yeah,
this Pontiac, and it the car has a 400 in it, but I've got that pulled out. It's in the floor. It's going to the machine shop, and it's going to come back a 455 heads, cam, intake.
nice.
The works.
It's definitely not going to break any dyno records, but it's just going to be a change of pace, I guess.
Yeah, you getting a lot higher compression. You stroking it, I'm assuming.
Yeah, yeah. It may on stock with intake and a distributor advanced kit. I got like
Hmm.
180 something at the tire out of this car, and I'm looking to double that.
Well, that definitely sounds possible.
Yeah. That's I feel like I was in the same boat. I had my fifth gen Camaro for however long, several years, and I wanted to build something myself, and I wanted to change the pace. And I got an '82 Camaro carbureted, and I wanted to build it myself, and do all the carb tuning and everything. So I kind of felt that itch too. Back a couple of years ago, whenever I got my third gen Camaro '82.
Yeah, the carburetor stuff, I've messed with a little bit of carburetor stuff, distributors, but I've not got that in depth with it until I bought this Pontiac.
Yeah, EFI is just so much easier.
I, Whenever I'm looking at this carburetor, I'm thinking uh, kind of the EFI equivalent. Like if I need fuel here, or whatever,
Yeah,
if it's got a hesitation on tip in or whatever, I
yeah,
kind of have to relate the carburetor parts back to the EFI stuff, which is probably backwards for a lot of the older guys that grew up with carburetors.
yeah. I bet it is. That's definitely how I would look at it as well. I think.
Yeah, I feel like there's a big a big debate to be had between EFI and carbureted, and I feel like there's definitely some old heads that would go to war with you about EFI.
I like both. Um, uh, Obviously, I'm not a carburetor guru or anything, but uh, I enjoy stuff like that. They both have their place.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree.
absolutely. Yeah, that's really cool. So, what services do you offer as far as like dyno tuning? Do you offer like any like track stuff, or is it all just purely in house running doing dyno runs?
So far it's been mostly in house. I've not had a lot of, well, I've not done any track tuning whatsoever. I've not had anyone. Uh, I'm all for it, but I've not had anyone ask, can you go to the track and we'll try to get these times down on this car or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm all for that. I'll
Uh,
go.
have you dabbled into remote tuning any? I feel like that's kind of really blown up in the last like 5 6 years.
I don't tell people and I don't advertise it, but I do some remote tuning. I've
Yeah. Have you
done.
had any like luck with that? I know some tuners, it's hard to get a file back in time, especially whenever you're working through revisions and all that good stuff.
Um, I'm kind of picky who I work with, so you kind of you're going to have some knowledge on your end before I'm even going to consider it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fair.
totally
That is,
understandable.
yeah.
It's usually like I've got a two or three, four shops I might work with, and they understand how an engine operates, and uh,
Yeah,
I can work with those guys. But just getting some person off the internet or whatever, I don't know if I'm capable of that.
yeah. I mean, you don't know what's going on with their build. They could have. I mean, I had one at 5.3. I saw it had so much crank walk it lost crank signal. I mean, if the dude didn't know what was going on his end, you'd never dial that thing in.
Oh yeah, yeah. There, especially on swaps or fresh builds, there's always that one thing that's not
Hmm.
right. They bought some kind of no-name parts house sensor or something,
Yep.
and it's hard to find that when you're not sitting with the car.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and information they might be leaving out, like maybe a part that was super crucial that they didn't even mention to you.
They never, customers never are very open about where they took shortcuts and where they didn't.
Yeah.
So
Being a mechanic, I see the same.
even sitting here in person, face to face, I'm prying information out of some of these guys. Did you
Yeah.
check push
That's
rod length, or did you uh, what what sensor is this? Where did it come from? What brand is it, or uh, whatever? There's always that one thing.
Yeah, I
For
feel like
sure.
it's so easy to take shortcuts too whenever you're building a car. It does add up, and it is this is not a cheap sport or a hobby to have. So I mean, I feel like these guys almost opt in to do the shortcuts, especially whenever they think it's something that doesn't really matter, but in reality it does, like cheaping out on a sensor.
Oh, sensors are so important, man.
I have very few people that I can ask, did you check your bearing clearances, or what was your
Yeah.
clearances on the rod bearings? And they don't know. They didn't check them.
I don't even know what it is. I don't even got a bore gauge.
My cousin's brother did that.
Jeez.
He did check or he didn't check and just sent it, like built it.
It's usually they ordered some parts, didn't measure anything. They slapped it together. Probably didn't torque or use a torque wrench. Or
Oh my god.
didn't.
Man, I'm in the process
Alrighty.
of building a 416, man. I tell you, it has been. I'm dialing everything in, bearing clearances, bolt stretch on the rods. I mean, I couldn't imagine not doing it. Some people though, I guess they don't care.
Yeah, yeah. I'm very particular about engine work to the point where any of my builds are going to a machine shop. I want the cam
Yeah.
agreed in. I want the push rods measured, bearings checked. I want,
Yeah.
if we need to do a line hone, I need somebody that can measure the line board and see where that's
Mm-hmm.
at. So
I've even heard of some shops, like tuning shops, skipping the machine shop just because, I mean, I don't know what machine shop you use, but most all of them I know of stay so backed up and so busy. And I've even heard of some tuning shops just like or speed shops skipping the machine process just because of how backed up they stay.
Wow, that's crazy.
yeah, that's always a thing. I think that's any machine shop. You're probably not going to find, unless you just need heads resurfaced or something simple. That's You're not going to get it back next week.
No, I don't know of any that have that kind of turnaround. It's just not realistic.
It'd have to be a guy just working around the clock or have like a night crew or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I mean, I'm a machinist by trade. It's hard to being a machinist is such a meticulous thing. It's not something that you can do quickly if you're a good one. At least, like you're checking, measure twice, cut once. That's what we always say. At least the good ones.
yeah. I've spent a little bit of time machining aircraft brakes, so I have very well. I guess I would say I have a small amount of experience in that field.
Yeah, I mean, any little bit. It's especially if you're receiving parts back from a machine shop. I mean, you if you had just fundamental knowledge about machining, you kind of know what to look for to know if you're getting at least somewhat quality work. It's funny because we'll see a set of heads, or I'll just see a piece of metal or something. Me and Jordan walking around, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, there's a burr there. This doesn't feel like it's got a good surface finish, and he's like, you're on a different level with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, so if somebody is in the Central Kentucky area and wants to get some tuning done, where can they head over to book a dyno session with you?
I have a Facebook page, Reynolds Creek Performance. I'm also on Google. I have a business page. It's got the link to my website, um, my phone number, email, all's on there. So,
Good. If any of our fans want to head on over, I will put Isaac's link in the description. So if you want to hit him up for any dyno services, do you stay pretty booked up just for anybody that might be interested?
uh, most of the year, I'm about 2 weeks out.
That's not too bad.
No, it's pretty
I,
good, Rick.
I know we've had a lot of our local tuners, like they've just blown up to the point to where it takes months to get in with them. We've got one close to us, and I know there's one close to you, and some of these tuners just stay so booked up. It's ridiculous trying to get into their shops.
Yeah, yeah, I've definitely been on that side of that.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, it's been awesome having you on, and yeah, I've really enjoyed talking to you. And hopefully, our fans head on over and support your business and get some dyno tunes from you.
well, I appreciate the opportunity. It's been fun.
Yeah, it's been real
Absolutely.
nice talking to you, Isaac.
Yeah, if you ever want to come on over, just hit me up, and we can get back on here and talk some more shop with you.
Talk about engines or something, man. I love talking about specking engines out.
Yeah.
I can talk all day about setting clearances or just anything. It don't matter.
Yeah, I've definitely got some more I can share.
Well, guys, we're going to throw this to our ad read, and we will catch you in the next one. And again, thank you, Isaac, for joining us on this episode of the podcast. Our first sponsor today, of course, you know them, you love them, Chemical Guys. They have the best car care products in the game. Of course, my favorite products here, you got the starter kits. I highly recommend the starter kits to any of our listeners because it is the greatest way to get a bulk amount of products. It's just the best bang for your buck. This, of course, is the arsenal that I have, the all-season arsenal. It comes with the bucket, it comes with the soap, it comes with the glass cleaner, it comes with that butter wet wax, and the foam cannon. Everybody, you gotta have a foam cannon. And this bucket, man, I love this bucket more than anything. The lid is like, it's such a sturdy bucket. It's one of those buckets that you can just sit on and just go to town on your wheels, getting them all cleaned up. They have such good microfiber, man. Of course, the hand mitten. I just throw that sucker in the washing machine and it just washes it like brand new. Even the mini arsenal, it comes with everything you need. It's got the honeydew soap, it's got the spray wax, it's got the bucket, the foam cannon, it's got everything you need. My coworker right now, he's trying the fogger to totally reset the odor in your car. Their fogger is a great product. Let's see if I can find it here. Air freshener kit. Yep, right there. Total odor reset. Tell me you don't have $10 to completely reset the smell inside of your vehicle, and you get that new car smell. It's such a cool product because it's an actual fogger, so it completely coats all the inside of your vehicle to make it smell like brand spanking new. Of course, got the hanging air fresheners too, but I cannot recommend their spray wax enough. It is just the best stuff. Of course, got the best sellers tab. You've got, if you want to ball out, you've got the correcting polish kit that comes with the tool. You've got all the stuff. This is just some of the best stuff in the game. The foam cannons, man, I can't talk about them enough. They are so good. And what I really, really do like about them is they come with a water hose head, of course, that clicks in. So it's got a V-band style click that goes into itself. So you can quickly detach the foam cannon whenever you just want to rinse off the car, and then quickly reconnect that foam cannon. And there you go. Bob's your uncle. You are foaming up your car. Use Cars 10 site-wide for 10% off your order. And our next sponsor today is Badass Extension Cords. They've got some of the highest quality extension cords in the game here. Got their outdoor extension cords pulled up. What I really like about them is they have all these customizable colors that you can do, and you can even have unique writing on them to make them say whatever you want to. That way you can brand your own extension cords, write your name on them, write what tool they go to if that's that specific. They even have partnership with DeWalt here. And man, look at this. They've got the 50-foot Pro cable with 6 outlets going along the whole entire cord. Christmas time is coming up here in a few months. That I was just saying this would be baller for some Christmas lights. You've got several outlets along the whole entire cord. These cords are some of the highest quality that you have around. You need some of these in your shop. Even the indoor ones, they go all the way up to 100 foot. And of course, they have the 3 outlet with the 2 USB. That's really, really neat for especially like a desk setup or a multiple charging port. And I love these. It changes 1 outlet into the 3. Of course, it's got the protector in there too. It's just there's a lot of extension cords to choose from. They even have generators on here for you to choose from. And yeah, this might as well be the last extension cord you're going to buy. They have the highest quality extension cords. All these cords are under warranties, of course. So yeah, they go all the way down to 25 foot and all the way up to 100 foot. Got that custom print you can put on there. All the colors in the world you could want. What else could you want out of an extension cord? These are some of the best extension cords you can get a hold of. And this summer, why not pick up a badass extension cord for your shop so you can make sure that you do not lack anything whenever it comes to working on your project. You need that for those power tools. You do. That being said, guys, head on over to Badass Extension Cords, pick you up a cord, and use our affiliate link so they know we sent you. Hey, Mustang guys, where you at? I got CJ Pony Parts here for you today, sponsoring the podcast. For all of your Mustang needs, whether you are restoring a 1960s Mustang all the way up to the brand new S650, they've got parts for you. Everything from body parts all the way to your exterior and engine parts. They've got it all. Even apparel for a Ford. If you've got a Ford guy in your family, grandpa, dad, mom, uncle, whatever, they've even got Mustang and Ford apparel. They have it all, and you gotta love their quality. I have heard so much about people who use CJ Pony Parts. They swear by their quality and their website. You've got everything all the way down to the 1964 and a half Mustang. They have everything. They even have carbon fiber and shaker style hoods. It's just really cool to get on here and shop. I even get on here looking for stuff for my buddies' Mustangs because, of course, I'm surrounded by Mustang guys. So I want you to guys hop on over, look at CJ Pony Parts, see if you can find something for your Mustang today, give you something to do this winter, this summer, finish up the build, what have you, and make sure you use our affiliate link so they know so that they know we sent you from the podcast. I want to thank Speedway Motors for sponsoring the podcast, our newest addition to the podcast, and I've been holding out for some Speedway Motors. I'm so happy they joined the family of sponsors that we have here. I have personally used tons of their parts on my third generation Camaro. You can see here, pick up where you left off. I was looking at me a carburetor not too long ago. I swear by their parts, man. Even one of my favorite parts here, I'll look it up, the wiring harness. They have a DIY wiring harness, so if you are not that good at wiring, they have a full kit that is a universal. You just pick what circuit you want, and I mean it is as simple as you get. It even comes with a little fuse box and a diagram. It shows you what goes to what. And what I like most about this kit is throughout the whole entire wire, color coded of course, it says what it goes to. You know, of course you don't have to use that, you can wire it up to whatever, but if you're one of those guys that just needs a little bit of help wiring, I would almost be confident to give that to somebody who don't know hardly anything about wiring, really, because I know I didn't, and I wired up my whole entire project car from scratch. It is so simple, it's so hard to mess up. So if you're intimidated by wiring, I'd say this is one of their more popular items that I see people getting. I was shocked. I was talking to my coworker about, like, hey man, you got any Speedway parts in your car? He's like, yeah, I got that wiring kit. I'm like, oh really? Me too. And they have a lot of parts for your older cars especially. I mean, it's really hard to beat these deals. They've got a distributor here, $100. They've got some stud puller, $40. I mean, it's so hard to beat their prices. There's a whole entire flex plate for $30, brother. You cannot beat that. Some of the best prices, I mean, that's always what I've known them for, is the really good prices, the really good quality. Me personally, building an older car, Speedway Motors was a go-to. They had everything I needed for my small block Chevy and my 1982 Camaro build. They're really good about that. My grandfather, he has been using Speedway Motors as long as he can remember. I mean, I'll ask him, like, hey, Peppa, what'd that part come from? Where? Oh, I called Speedway Motors and they sent it to me. I just called him over the phone. He's got every Speedway Motors catalog dating back to probably whenever they first started printing them off. But yeah, again, I want to thank Speedway Motors so much for sponsoring the podcast, guys. Go on over, support them. One other thing I really like about it, so of course you see I've got my vehicles in here. I love them that much, but you can actually put your vehicle in there. And if you're like me, you've got an engine swap vehicle. It's so hard to shop for vehicles that have a engine swap, because you got a 1982 Camaro, but it's got a 350 small block Chevy in it, which didn't come in it. So it's like, I need parts for a 350, but I'm looking for parts for a 1982 Camaro, so don't really line up. That's where Speedway Motors is really, really cool. I haven't seen any other site like it. I'm sure they're out there, but you can have the chassis, and then whenever it goes to engine, you can select swap at the bottom, and you can say it has any engine you want to in it. It's really, really neat about that. So you can have your custom tailored vehicle into their garage search engine. So that is just one last really cool thing I like about Speedway Motors. So yeah, guys, hop on over there, see if they've got something for your build, and use our affiliate link so they know that we sent you. And with that being said, guys, let's get right back into the gaming topic. Thank you for sitting through that ad read. No gaming topic for today, guys. We kind of expected that interview to just go on a little bit longer, but like I said, we're filming this extremely late. I'm sitting here with like baggy eyes, sitting trying to finish this edit. I just wanted to jump on here at the tail end of the episode, right after the ad read, to thank you for sitting through those, and to hit up Isaac if you need any tuning done in the Central Kentucky area. We're going to be having a lot of guests on in the next coming weeks, so be prepared for that. Probably going to see a little bit lacking of the gaming content, unfortunately, and there is a lot going on, so we might just have to do a full gaming episode after we get through all these interviews. Also, one other thing to look out for, LS Fest episode is the next episode, so it'll, of course, go live Friday, the day of LS Fest. So one last reminder, get your tickets. If you haven't already, get your tickets to LS Fest, spectator ticket, get whatever. We will be there. Good opportunity to come hang out with us, say hi. We're going to be going around. My car possibly be set up at the Torque Storm booth. We shall see. If it's not, it'll be parked in the car show parking. And I will have that hood pop if you want to see that big old Torque Storm feller. But yeah, again, guys, thanks so much for watching, and be on the lookout for that LS Fest episode, because we are going to be getting you ready for LS Fest 2025 as we did for the year before. Everything you need to know, the ins and outs, the ups and downs of LS Fest East. With that being said, guys, we will catch you in the next one.